Since January 2019, I have meditated every single day, haven't missed a day. This was a life-changing decision for me because meditation helped me heal my anxious attachment, break the cycle of being in unhealthy relationships, and more importantly, it helped me restore my self-worth and self-confidence. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how meditation helped me heal my anxious attachment style faster than anything else I've ever tried. The first way that meditation helped me heal my anxious attachment style is that it helped calm down my nervous system. Before I started meditation, I was constantly finding myself in a state of anxiety, in a state of being in fight or flight mode. This anxious state that I was constantly living in, it was pushing my body to its limits. Over time, my body literally started breaking down. Getting into this frantic cycle of anxiety and fear, it pushed the production of hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, which are the stress hormones. This regulated nervous system is one of the biggest symptoms of having an anxious attachment style. I learned over time is that childhood trauma gets stored in the body in the form of energy that makes stress build up in our bodies, driving us further and further into anxiety and fear. Every single time we feel the anxiety, we feel the fear, we're pushing our systems out of homeostasis, out of its calm state in which it restores peace, security, and basically fixes anything that could be going wrong with the body. So with meditation, what you do is that you learn to calm your nervous system down, doing breath work, focusing on becoming the source of your own safety and security, and instead of using relationships in your life to co-regulate. This is one thing that is very common with people with an anxious attachment style, is that they use relationships in their lives to co-regulate, to calm themselves down, because they look at the person they are in relationship with as an attachment figure. This means that they are looking to get everything they have been missing since childhood from that person. When you get into the habit of calming your nervous system down, of giving yourself these feelings that you've always wanted to experience from someone else, you learn over time that you are the source of your security, that you are the source of your safety, not someone else. The second way that meditation helped me heal my anxious attachment style is that it created a space between my thought and feeling on one hand and my behavior or reaction on the other. What used to happen back in the days is that I would have an anxious thought immediately followed by all the anxious symptoms that I have in my body of being in this fight or flight mode. And then the next thing I know, I am doing a crazy behavior. Texting, calling, doing any one of what we call the protest behaviors. Chasing, trying to seek reassurance from someone else. But with meditation, I learned to observe and to become aware of my thoughts and feelings without engaging in them, without judging them, without blaming myself for having a thought or a feeling. Now I have more ability to observe a thought, to observe and to be aware of a feeling that I have in my body without acting upon them. When I take the time to calm down my nervous system, I can then respond from a space of confidence, from a space of knowing my self-worth, and from a space of being secure and assertively communicating my needs, and instead of doing any of the protest behaviors that I mentioned before. This is so big, you guys, and the reason is because over time we tend to use our behavior to identify with ourselves. So the more I demonstrated these behaviors, the more I recognize myself to be an anxious person. Whereas when I started to act and behave like someone who's confident, like someone who knows her worth, I started to confirm this new identity to myself, so that I'm no longer trying to do any of these behaviors because I'm no longer in a reaction state. The third thing that meditation helped me with in terms of healing my anxious attachment style is that when I sit down to meditate, I can create the feelings that I want to get from a relationship. Feelings of self-love, self-compassion, connecting myself to the bigger source that gives us all life. Call it whatever you want to call it, but this intelligence that is behind everything you see around, when I connect to it, when I open my heart to experience the joy and the beauty of this life, I recall a moment of connection. I recall a moment of love, of peace, of tranquility, of bliss that I had in my life in the past. I am able to give myself the feeling that I'm after from any kind of relationship. Now, this is really important to combat fear of abandonment and fear of rejection, because I'm no longer afraid of someone leaving me. I'm no longer afraid of being on my own, because I know that no one else's presence in my life is going to add to my self-worth. No one can love me if I'm not able to love myself. We spend a lifetime looking for what we want, what we need outside of ourselves, only to learn afterwards that we have always had what we wanted right here. Now, that doesn't mean that you want to spend the rest of your life alone. It doesn't mean that you no longer want to be in a relationship. But wanting a relationship from a place of abundance, from a place of sharing what you already have, is different than needing a relationship from a place of scarcity, from a place of fear of being alone. Nobody likes this thirsty energy, desperate clinginess, and need to have someone in your life. It's not attractive, and it only gets you attracted to people who are going to take advantage of this thirst in you. The more desperate you are, the more people are going to feel that. It's going to push them away instead of pushing them towards you, and instead of attracting them towards you. If you recognize yourself to be someone with an anxious attachment style and you are ready to start taking action to moving towards becoming more secure, there's a link in the description below. You can click on it to schedule a call with me. We are going to talk about the specifics of your situation. You're going to get so much value, and then you can decide whether it is a good fit for us to work together, so that I can guide you on the exact steps that I followed to go from anxious to secure. Also, let me know in the comments if you found today's video helpful. Be kind to yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.